Hey, welcome to my shop. Today I'm gonna continue this learning the lathe saga. I was given a piece of wood that I run through my bandsaw, and I came up with this, but it's been sitting here for like 3 days because I had to work. And as you can see, it's started to split, and it has a split right here that it goes fairly deep. So I have no experience with a lathe. I spent a bit of time learning. I've been watching a lot of videos, and I'm not sure. There's a lot to be learned, and I bought a bunch of tools that I haven't used. I've been kind of like, when I went to the store, I only bought one, which is what I use, which is, you're gonna laugh at this. It's this big honking skew chisel. And so far I have, I got a piece of 4x4 pine, and I started playing with it. It was somewhere here. I have no idea what I put it, but I basically made a twig with it. Oh, here it is. So this was a piece of 4x4 pine, and I didn't want it to learn like scraping. When I went to the store, you know, they say, hey, buy a carbide tip. And I'm like, no, if I'm gonna learn, I want to learn a skill. So anyways, I did. This is the amount of experience I have. So today I probably hit myself in the face with this, but yeah, come along for the ride. Let's see what happens. So here I'm marking a center, so when I drill a flat face for a face plate to go on it, at least I know where to put it. I got myself a small face plate, and I had this huge bit that was slightly bigger, which is great. So I used that to make it flat so I can put the face plate, and hopefully it won't vibrate so much when I put it on the lathe, but as you will see, it did vibrate. So that's pretty much what's going on here. And yeah, I should have clamped that up, but it's a big piece of wood. If it was small, it would have taken it away from me and probably spin me around. Put in some screws. I'm using regular wood screws, and here I'm trying it on the lathe. Live center, make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Yeah, there's not much holding this lathe. So that's 320. For this size, the minimum should be around 500, and the maximum about 8 something. But I think I'm gonna have to start there. I started slow with a mixture of half fear and half respect. I think that's what it was. And here I'm trying different hand positions to learn. And yeah, it's just, it was kind of scary, this part, and this part coming up did not help at all. But I don't let that deter me, so I just kept going. Change the speed, trying to gain as much as I can. There wasn't much to be gained though. Here I'm marking where my tenon is gonna be, just to make sure, because that I don't go over. Here I'm doing several things wrong. I'm holding the tool too high. this part, I mean, like if you look at the top of the bowl as it's turning, you can see the edge, but if you look at the bottom where my tool is, you can't see nothing. I guess you gotta be comfortable enough to look at the top. And then my lathe keeps stopping because I'm pressing too hard though. Yeah, I think I should change that belt. Which brings me to all these videos that I see about safety, and yeah, you know, we're all responsible for our own safety. But this is, they show you the plug, you know, make sure that it's unplugged. And I don't know, I understand that you can get an electrical shock from something. But if you have a freaking tool that is prone to turn itself on by itself, I say you have a big freaking problem. So I think it will be here. So yeah, after those smart remarks by this Mexican from Argentina here, I kept going, and then I went too deep here, and I kind of messed up my edge because I couldn't see it. Which means that my bowl just become a little smaller. But I'm learning. Here I'm trying to cut my first tenon, kind of big, and even bigger than what the chuck called for, just in case I choose to double turn this. I had no trouble doing this part here. I'm obviously doing something wrong, so I have a hard time getting in, and my tool keeps getting kicked out. So if you know what I'm doing wrong, please leave me a comment, help me out. That's how we learn. I don't think I know it all, but he does. Sucks when you don't know what you're doing and your lathe is vibrating all over the place on top of it. See what I mean? It's not him, it's a lathe, right? And here I'm just buffering, trying to figure it out. Yes. How about you? So I scraped the rest of it. This worked out very well, but yeah, I'll let him brag about it. He'll tell you. There you have it, my first tenon. So since I don't know what I'm doing, and I see many videos and many techniques, and it's a nightmare. So I told myself that I want to learn rather than how to make a bowl or whatever people are trying to tell you, which, I mean, they all mean well, don't get me wrong. I want to understand the principle of how every tool works and how every tool cuts. I think if I learn the principle of that prior to, I mean, I still need to get experience, which is what I'm doing right now. But I think if I get that, then shapes, and I will be able to do whatever I want. It's going to take a long time, but anyways, that's just in case you think, I mean, yeah, I might have an accent, but I'm not that freaking stupid. Ooh, and it's got some pride too. But don't worry, it goes away pretty fast when he realizes that he made his first tenon too big and he has to do it again. Yeah, did you hear that one about the guy that nailed his first tenon the first time around, but then went back and fucked it up? Happened right here, man. That, according to what I understand, is the sound of a dull tool. So I kept going, and here stuff got smoother because I'm holding the tool properly. Now I'm kind of getting the hang of it. Yeah, I messed this up because I wanted this wing to stay and unfortunately I went in here, so now I'm gonna have to remove that. So I'm gonna work in this piece. I'm gonna try to actually work that way. I'm not sure that's the proper thing to do, but that's what I'm gonna do. Alright. Here's my trouble again. See what I'm putting the tool, but if you look at the top, I'm like way off. And it's so hard to enter. So I froze it, so you can see how far away I am. But anyways, for a first timer, I just kept doing this, and this is definitely wrong because it's kicking against. You can see my hand should be going the other way. But the idiot is gonna try it again. Why not? I mean, I was trying to get that edge. I figured if it was gonna break, it was gonna break then. And then, you know, I don't have to worry about it. Just like try to make something out of it. So I wanted to make sure that I had that edge to work with, and I can spend all my time trying to shift the bottom part. But ironically, once the bevel engage, well, until then. Here I moved to a scraper, but he has an opinion. Oh, this is like cheating. Here the skylight kinda messed up my video a bit, but it was time to remove it and put the other side on anyways. I made it 10 on bigger than it should be, and I'm pushing this, but because it's wet wood, I might have to turn it twice, so I wanted the tenon to be bigger. I thought I already mentioned that, but whatever. I guess he wants to say it himself. Well, this is gonna be fun hollowing, considering that I have to keep hopefully not rip my arms out. I realize I don't need this, but I want to run it because I don't feel right the way this is spinning, and I have no freaking clue what I'm doing. At least you gotta give me credit for taking my time to make sure I don't kill myself. Yeah, hold on, something not flat is no that easy, is it? I gotta see this, see what I'm doing. Wow, what I got myself into. Well, I guess I go slow and see what happens. Entering here is a pain in the butt. I stand too high and I have my arms way up in the air. I understand the principle how this tool's cut, but I certainly don't have the experience to go along with it. Well, I think I got away with a lot, and I'm being a bit of an idiot. So I'm gonna stop again, give it a thought, use my brain. This is freaking beautiful. So after buffering for a bit, I tried a scraper just to make a bit of a shoulder. Then I went back to my bowl gouge. Still see the hand pretty high, but I was able to get it in there, and
smooth it all out. Somehow this part just came kind of natural to me for some reason, where most people will leave a pit there or have trouble with it. For me, every time I did it, it went perfect. So let's see it again at 4 times the speed. Anyways, here I started to hear a sound, and I don't know, that's something wasn't right.
Something is not sounding right.
Hey, I just said that. Anyways, it turned out to be the sound of you getting too deep.
Respect sounds. My tenon seems to be seated. Oh, I think I know what's going on.
So I went and got my scraper, and I started to do the outside by that scary part where I can't see. This is really tough because I had to guess, and if I catch it, would have definitely break that off. So I gotta start in the inside where I can see and kind of like slowly move. Then I got distracted and I started moving the angle of the scraper up, which is a big no-no.
Ooh, I started to left there. That's a no-no. Get rid of the glue. Yes, I did. So, I decided I'm going to try to finish this. I mounted it with a towel into the chuck. Another thing that I never done before. And where is my camera? Says it's about to die. So let's.
And the beauty of practicing stuff, by now I have got the hang of this part. I'm holding the tool properly. I'm moving my body and I'm pulling. So this part seemed like I was doing the right thing here.
I'm trying to integrate my my tenon onto the ball.
This is ×8. I like speeding up the video because it makes it look like I know what the hell I'm doing. But I took my time. I wouldn't want to like mess it up right at this stage when I'm almost done.
Yeah, I think that's all she wrote. I'm gonna try to scrape this so it's a bit in. Alright, I'll sand that finish in and I'll show it to you. So there she is. I learned a pile from it. I learned almost as much looking through the video trying to edit this, so it wasn't going to be like 2 hours long. And it was great, so that's the reason why I voiced some of the stuff, because I really saw it afterwards. As I saw in a video from David Ellsworth, to use the tenon as part of the design so you're not losing any wood, I think is a great suggestion. The shape of it, to me, as I do stuff, is going to be what it is. Whatever comes out, I want the wood to decide what it's going to be. I wanted this to be a little thinner. This is about 3/4 right now. I would have liked it to be less than 1/2 inch. But first of all, I want to take it away from this, and second of all, I think I want to made it because it has a crack here and there. I did not dry this. It was wet wood, but somewhat wet, not exactly like fresh wet, but it was fairly wet. And I think in a piece like this, it doesn't matter, because even though right now it's perfectly round, but because of the shape it looks like an oval when you look at it, and it doesn't have a flat shoulder. So if this moves or changes its shape, it's just gonna add character to it compared to if it was like a bowl made out of a flat piece that has a flat shoulder and it's perfectly round. It should remain round once it dries, otherwise it's gonna look awful. For pieces like this, I think as long as they sit flat, which I give it a bit of a concave there, so just in case. Yeah, I learned a ton, and I'm very happy considering this is the first time I keep reading that or seeing stuff where, you know, you'll damage fuel, and this was a nice piece of wood, so I really wanted to go through the whole process. But yeah, I hope that helped you out. I thank you for being here. The digital begging, subscribing part that everybody does, I seriously don't care, and I do and I don't. And here's my deal. We have a channel with it's called Open House 24 with over 400,000 subscribers. This is, if you live far away from me, if it wasn't for YouTube and this type of videos, we were never met. So this is an opportunity. I view it as an opportunity to like meet people and be engaged and learn from each other. So to me, I prefer having a small group, because I can't even call it an audience, because that's just, you're not my audience. To me, you know, we're like meeting over the internet because we're far away from each other, and I think that there is great potential in that, and we can learn from each other and help each other out. So I really thank you for being here. If you want to subscribe, by all means, but if not, we love you just the same. So thanks for your time, and I'll catch up with you in the next one. Ciao.